Howdy-ho, Andrew here. Welcome to the Onion Buns and welcome to another episode of Funny Beloved Pet Stories. So, going to keep going with Spirit. As I've said before, I got Spirit very young and in the early 80s, so I had no freaking clue what I was doing as a pet owner. None. Nil. And I did not have Google, I did not have a cell phone, I did not have the internet to look up how to be a proper pet guardian, and we didn't even have Animal Planet on TV at that time. So it was really trial and error. And I made a lot of mistakes because I just didn't know a lot of stuff. And one of the things I never had was a lot of toys for Spirit. Like I picked some up over the years, but in the early days, it just didn't occur to me, so I didn't have them. My cats now, they have 1,000 frickin' toys, constantly picking up after them. But Spirit didn't have a lot of toys, so we created ways to play. And as I've said in the other videos, like she would hide around the corner and I'd come walking around the corner and she'd jump up, she wouldn't actually touch my leg. She would just jump up the side of my leg and then scamper off around the corner. And then I'd walk around the corner and she'd do it again. And this was her game, and so we created ways to play. And one of the ways we played, it was hilarious to watch, is I would pick her up and I'd toss her and her belly would land on the pillow. And she'd bounce off the pillow, roll back about 3 times on the bed, jump up, come running over to me again. So I'd toss her, her belly would hit the pillow, she'd flip backwards 3 times, rolling on the bed, and then get up and run over to me. And we'd do this for 20, 30 minutes. She loved it. Oh, obviously she's landing in a pillow, so there's no harm. There's no way she's getting hurt. And then she's just rolling but she just loved it. And yeah, this would go on. We'd do this about once a week. It was one of her favorite play moments. So simple. Didn't cost me a cent, but she absolutely adored it. And like I said, I didn't know about the toys and the climbing trees, and I didn't know about vertical design or any of that. So I was, just sort of playing it by ear and trying to give her the best life I could give her without actually knowing what I was doing. Like I had a litter box and I had the food and I had the water and, I gave her lots of attention. And at that point, I thought that was enough. Now, I know nowadays that's not enough. You got to do a lot more than that. But as a 21-year-old first-time pet guardian with no access to all the information that we have nowadays, I just didn't know. And as I keep saying, you can't do what you don't know. So, but we found ways to play. And that was one of the plays. It was just like the waterbed, her scampering on the waterbed, chasing the air bubbles. This is one of the ways she played, and, the other one we do is I've tried doing this with my other cats and they will never do it. Only Spirit did this. Is she'd be lying there and I'd make the claw and I go, the claw. And I'd start bringing it like this towards her and she'd roll over on her back and she'd put out her claws. And I'd into her belly and scratch her belly and then lift the claw away. And she's like, it was hilarious, but it was fun. And the most important thing is she was having fun doing it. And I mean, that's really all pet ownership is about, is enriching their lives so that they are happy. If they are happy, they will make sure you are happy. And it's that simple. And that's my video for today. If you like this video, leave a like, a subscribe, and a share. I'm trying to grow my channel, and a like, a subscribe, and a share does me wonders, and I do appreciate it. Takes 1 second to subscribe, costs you absolutely nothing, helps me immensely. Just hit the subscribe button on the bottom of the screen. always feel free to leave a comment. I encourage everybody to leave a comment. As I keep saying, I'm eventually going to run out of pet stories. And I need everybody to come in and give me their pet stories. And if you want to leave pictures, you can leave pictures. And I will take your pet story and your pictures, and I'll give you complete credit, and I will make videos of your stories so that we can continue this video line every Friday. And if you don't have any pictures, I will do my best to create AI depictions like I'm doing with Spirit, because I don't have any pictures of Spirit. So I'll use the AI to make depictions of the situation that you're describing to the best of my ability. And yeah, also leaving a comment really does help me with the YouTube algorithm and getting more eyes on my videos. So as always, pew, 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 and shit. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.